What is up, everyone? It is me, She's Real, back with another video. And in today's video, it's gonna be a little different. I am talking about anime and things that I wish I saw in the anime I like. This is a different video, different type of video anyway than I usually do. I've also wanted to apologize to you all. Well, whoever's watching this, I want to apologize. No, I have not been doing much YouTube recently, and that is because I have not been feeling motivated to. And I know a lot of people are gonna be like, that's not an excuse, but the thing is, I have had no motivation to do it. It has become just a waste of time, essentially, to me anyways. And it's mainly to do with the fact that this is my dream job. When I grow up, if I could, I would want to do this as my job. But the thing is just, I haven't had luck getting any of my videos out, and that's the most important thing, is to get the videos to do well. But recently with my videos, none of them have been going well, to say, except for one of my oldest ones that got 71 views, but that's not really enough. And I'm not trying to be, greedy or anything like that. I really am glad for the people I do have now, but I just, it's just, when you're passionate about something, you really want that thing to succeed. Anyways, I just wanted to say that, and we can get started with the video now. So this video is actually going to be a different type of video, like I said. So recently I've gone back and watched some older animes that I watched before, and I really wanted to talk about them. So first anime I would like to talk about is Shonen Jump anime called Nura Rise of the Yokai Clan, I'm pretty sure. Or I'm pretty sure it's called Nura Rising of the Yokai Clan. Pretty sure. I just watched it. Netflix had it at some point, but they kind of screwed up with the pacing, because they had the second season without the first season. So if you watched it that way, you were kind of lost on what was happening. But what I did was, on Hulu, you can watch it for free. Not for free with the membership, but with Hulu you have both seasons on them. And I like both seasons. Pretty good. The art style is amazing. The character designs are amazing. And it's just all around a really, really good show. And that's why I really I know this probably isn't gonna happen, because no anime director would ever watch my stuff. But what I hope to see is season 3, at least soon, because that and the manga has already ended. I'm pretty sure, from what I've seen, it's ended, and where season 2 leads enough stuff to cover the last season. A last season. And I haven't read the manga yet, because I am broke. I don't have enough money to get get anything to you know, buy one essentially. I mean to buy the manga essentially. I don't have enough money. Um, but once since my birthday is coming up, I am going to try to get a prepaid credit card, and when I get that card, I'm gonna probably buy a membership to Viz and then read the manga. But if I could, you know, if like the anime director for that show, like listen to one like thing from me, I would ask for them to make a season 3 for that show, cause that actually that show has actually become one of my favorites. Um, just because of how good the story is, the plot is, it's become one of my favorite shows, and I really want to see a season 3 adapted. So no complaints on that anime. Honestly, it's a 10 out of 10 in my books, but I just wish there was a season 3 so we didn't leave off like that. Cause the way we left off was in a cliffhanger, but since there is no season 3, you know, usually with cliffhangers you end off with, well, you get a new season, but that show has been came out in 2014, and there hasn't been a new season. It's probably because of DVD sales and stuff like that, but you know, still have a hope in my mind. Maybe someday we'll get another season, and if we do, that would be great, because even though the art was good, with the new art we have now in 2021 for anime, the season would be just gorgeous and amazing, and it would really be like an amazing show. And another thing, and so that's the end of that show. That's my review for that show. Please, if you have a Hulu subscription, go watch it. But I promise you, well, I can't promise you because I don't know your personal taste. But if you're a friend of gory slash other types of animes like that, then I think you may actually like anime quite a bit. Well, it's like not. I wouldn't really call it gory. I would just call it more of like a bloody show. So if you like bloody shows but with a lot of action, this show would be the show for you. The story is also amazing. The world building is amazing. The character development is amazing, especially for a show that only has like, without the filler episodes, that only has about 48 episodes. They were able to develop their characters a lot. Like, these are some of the most developed characters I've like seen in animes, because in like a lot of animes they like rush it, so like they rush it just to get like a show out. But from what I've seen from this show, is they actually put like time and effort building each character up to a certain point. So that's that one. That's that show. Um Next show I would like to talk about, big surprise, Tokyo Ghoul. That's not a surprising name for a lot of you guys. Now, where do I even begin with Tokyo Ghoul? Don't get me wrong, Tokyo Ghoul is a good manga. It's a good manga. It has that going for it. It's at least a decent manga. Even if it has nothing else, it at least is a decent manga. It's really good manga. The anime, however, if you weren't a manga reader before watching the anime, then that show is just it didn't make sense. So first of all, first season it followed the manga like pretty closely, as close as it can. The second season, Rule A, just went on its own path. I had like no, like compared to the manga, there was like no direct direction in that, and I'm pretty sure that's because the author told or it was either the anime director or the manga author who told the first season to make the anime different, but that was awful. Now that I look back at season 2 of that show, no, just no. And season 3 now Now that would confuse any person who never watched who never read the manga. Cause what happens in season 2, right? This is spoilers, by the way. So if you don't want to hear spoilers, then I don't know how long I'll be talking. Probably like 2 minutes, so I guess skip like 2 minutes ahead. But anyway, I think it's time to begin. In the manga, what happens is that with what happens, sorry, I'm kind of trying to think of what I want to say. What happens in the manga is Kaneki fights Arima. Arima obviously wins, but after winning, he stabs Kaneki right through his eyes, going to his brain, making him lose all his memories. Now, if they were gonna include anything from the manga in season 2, that needed to be included. Like, I don't care, that needed to be included. Because without that knowledge, season 3 makes no sense. Now, season 3 as an anime, I personally thought it was okay. Like, I wouldn't put it on my top 10s. Definitely, definitely maybe at most, like, in my top 100. Cause like the first time watching it without any manga knowledge, you think it's a good show, but once you learn more about the manga, that's when you're like, oh my god, this should have been so much better. So Tokyo Ghoul 2, honestly, they should have put more time in the show, and plus we like missed so many amazing, like there was so many things that could have happened to make the show like more better, with like, you know, the amount of effort they put in it. Cause they put effort in it. Don't get me wrong, but they could have done so much more, so much more. Like there was like I'm pretty sure there was a lot of more forms Kaneki uses in Re than he usually did, than was shown. They should have really kept that, cause it's just a little bit, you know, something cool is never bad for your show. Heck, sometimes I think cool scenes are, you know, some of the best scenes in shows. Like, think about it, Mob Psycho. That show, it doesn't need to be all extra when Mom goes insane, when he goes to 100%, but they go the extra step to embody his emotions. That's what makes it such a good show, and that's why a lot of people like the show, including myself. Now, here's what here's my opinion on what they could do if they wanted to make this a better show. This is pretty simple in my opinion. If you want it to be a better show, you need to do a brotherhood. What I mean by that is, just like in Full Metal Alchemist, make a brotherhood version where you don't stray from the manga at all. You stick to the manga no matter what. And I feel like a lot of us fans of the show would agree. Just make a whole new version and you only stick to source material. You don't stray at all. Even if it makes some fans mad, the bigger picture, most of the fans would be pretty happy about this. For example, another spoiler, so go like maybe 30 seconds ahead. I'm pretty sure from what I saw in the manga, Kaneki actually dies in the end of the show in the manga. This would be a sad ending for most of us Tokyo Ghoul fans. But just because it's a sad ending doesn't mean it's not the true ending. They should still stick to the source material no matter what. Even though that sounds really, 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 really bumming to most fans, it's true. If you stick to the source material, a lot of stuff would go right instead of having a mess of a show that no one understands. That's what gets me mad, because this show is one of my favorite shows, but since it was not properly made, it became a mess. Like, I really love Tokyo. Like, I love Tokyo Ghoul even as a kid. I love this show so much. I learned the opening to the song, and I wasn't even that old. That was before even a season 3 was announced. That's how much I love that show. And they just did not. They did not give the. Sorry, they did not give justice to the manga. If they stick to the manga, I promise you, this show would have been 1,000 times better. Because it would make sense, and you wouldn't be confused on why. You wouldn't be confused on why this is happening when this should be explained so simply. That is all I'm saying. Just gets me sad, because that was one of my favorite shows. But, you know, not everything goes as planned, and I get it, but I still wish they sticked more to the source material. Anyway, that leads me to my next anime. Now, I don't know if you guys even know this anime, but there was this anime, it was even on Netflix at some points, called Heaven's Lost Property. Now this is an ecchi anime, but there is really good action in this anime. And the manga, now this is a heartbreaker one for me, because this show could have been so good, and I didn't even know about it until I watched a video. So this anime screwed up all horribly, and by horribly I mean like they did such a bad fuck up that they couldn't even continue with any more seasons. That's how bad of a fuck up they did. So season 1 stuck mostly to source material. Season 2, however, is when we were introduced to our main bad guy, Orphis, or is that, what was that her name? Something like that. It was something like that. The thing is, though, this anime, instead of sticking to source material and having it play out to where you would be able to continue the seasons, they did a total screw up. And this screw up, like, when I heard about this screw up that happened, I was mad. So, in the manga, our main villain stays the villain the whole story. But what happens in the anime of Heaven's Lost Property is that after there's the final battle in season 2 that leads to Orpheus somehow becoming chained to something and becoming a good guy, essentially becoming someone who becomes, it hurts to say this word, but becomes part of a harem. But that never happens in the manga, because she's the main bad guy. Now, what's supposed to happen is she stays the main bad guy, chapters go on, and then the final few chapters, she ends up killing one of the main characters. Pretty sure it was Neem. Pretty sure her name was. So that's what causes the total destruction of Earth to start happening, because she's trying to create a new world. And so, but since in the anime she was supposed to be a good guy, it made no sense on why she was doing that. And then you had in the manga a bunch of chapters before the ending that was included in, that was, you know, supposed to be following in chronological order. But what the anime did is they made a 50-minute movie, which, by the way, some OVAs are even longer than that. Like, if they were gonna do a movie, it should have at least been 2 to 3 hours long with how much they were trying to cover. They did a movie including the main bad guy and so many of this stuff, when she was never supposed to be a good guy. She was always meant to be the bad guy. As sad as that sounds, she was always meant to be the bad guy. And this is what gets me mad the most, is because if the anime followed to the source materials, we could have had 1 to 2 more seasons, and plus a movie for the ending. But no, you want to know what the anime does? It says, screw you, we're gonna give you this ecchi anime ending that makes 0 sense, that is just gonna cause people to be like, this, that. And the worst thing about it is, they announced the season 3 just to cancel midway, because they realized, oh, we can't do a season 3 because we didn't follow the fucking plot. And it's so dumb to me, because they could have just followed the plot, everything would have gone normally, and then what would have happened is simple. The movie would actually only be the final few chapters. That would make sense. They wouldn't have to smush chapters before it and try to make it make sense when it didn't make sense. They should have just stayed to the manga, did the seasons normally, because they were making decent money off the DVD DVDs, Blu-ray DVDs that they were selling, plus, and you know, the profit from, you know, just viewing it. But the thing is, since they didn't stick to it, they had to cancel season 3. They completely scrapped the idea of it, and they made a movie. Now, this is gonna be major spoilers, but I've been spoiling this whole plot of the show anyway, so you might as well just stay. This movie, it makes you when I first watched this movie, I did sort of cry a bit, but now with context, this movie is dumb. It gets me mad, and it's because of how badly it's made. The movie starts with one of the main character's friends saying that our main villain killed one of the main characters. Now, to respond to that, our main character tells the main female, Icarus, to fly her up to the synapse. Now, Icarus, she was banned from ever returning to the synapse after she attacked it. But since she received the order, or whatever the main villain was called, has already started to destroy the world, she listened to the order without fail. That's when we start getting flashbacks. We get flashbacks of all these things, and they're in such a weird randomized pattern that's hard to keep up with. And you're just like, you don't care, cause you're seeing titties, you're seeing, you know, anime boobs. But for an anime as Heaven Lost Property, that could have been such a good show, to turn into that, it makes me sad. It makes me really sad, because there was so much potential, and it gets me just sickened. It sickens me a bit to think that that's what we left to. Anyway, after the flashbacks, what we get is after the flashbacks is we get Icarus. She's smiling, which she hasn't smiled in a while before, and she's disappearing because she's banned. Our main character obviously telling her to stop because she doesn't want her to die, obviously, but she doesn't listen because she loves him, and then she dies, and that's where the movie ends. That's where the movie ends. But you want to know what? That's not even that's not where the chapter even ends. There's more after the chapter, and she literally comes back to life. All of them comes back to life, and they're all happy. Well, even as, like, you know, typical anime that sounds, it's better than just stopping before the chapter even is done. Like, are you kidding me? What kind of person makes an anime like this? You should have just followed the source material, and that's why I think some animes decline, cause they don't follow the fucking manga. Anyways, that was just a little rant from me. I apologize. I did not mean to get so, what do you call it, emotional, I guess you call it. It is just stuff like this, just talking about anime and how they could be better, get me very, like, passionate about it. And I'm still hoping for a season 3 of Nura. If that ever came out, I would be so happy, because I just finished the anime recently, and I really want to buy the mangas, the digital, but I don't think I have I don't know if I'll have enough money. That's the thing, because I don't really have a job. I'm only in high school, and yeah, that's so if you guys see this video, and you think your friends may like this, and you like it, then please like, share, and subscribe. You don't even know how much that would mean to me. This is my dream job. If I can someday become a YouTuber, recording myself talking about anime and playing games and stuff like that, then I would really, 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 really appreciate it, because this is my dream job, like I said before. Hopefully the algorithm, picks this up, and I get some stuff. I have been Shizuru. I thank you guys for watching, and one more thing, if you guys ever want to watch more of me, I stream almost daily on my Twitch. It's Shizuru bruh. It's a funny name, I know. I've been playing a lot of Attack on Titan, trying to get as good as what I was on my Xbox account. I have Naruto Shippuden Ninja Storm 4. I could probably start playing that. I have Minecraft. I have a lot of games. So if you guys want to see me play a game, you can always put it in the comments. And I've been Shizuru. Have a wonderful day. Peace